Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I'll be teaching you how to sew a basic pencil skirt. So, what are the things needed? You need your tape rule, you need your scissors, you need your ruler, you need your hip curve, you need your measurement, and you also need your chalk. Now, for a beginner, I will advise you to get a brown paper or a newspaper to draft your pattern on it instead of drafting directly on your fabric, because it's not advisable. You can make mistake. So it is more advisable to draft directly on a brown paper or on a newspaper. Now, what are the things you need when you're sewing your pencil skirt? You need your waist measurement, you need your hip measurement, then you need your what? You need your skirt length. The skirt length I'll be working today is what? The skirt length I'll be working today with is 26 inches plus 2 inches, which is what? 30. The 2 inches that is added to it is for the joining at the upper part, that is by the waist side, because I'm making a pencil gown. So I'm just going to show you how to make the pencil skirt side of it. Then hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, so I'll be able to show you how to make the upper part, that is the blouse. The blouse is an off shoulder princess cut pencil gown. So I'll show you how to make the pencil skirt. Then later I can show you how to make the upper part of it. Now remember, I told you we need the waist measurement, we need the hip measurement, then we need the skirt length. Our skirt length we'll be working with is 26 plus 2 inches is what? 28. 28 inches. And this is 28, which I've drawn and which I've marked directly on the brown paper. As you can see, 28 inches, 28 inches. The initial 26 inches, then the 28 inches, that is the 2 inches allowance we add to it for the joining by the waist, and then the hemming by the nail side. Now, for the hip point, an average person uses 7 to 8 inches for hip point, which I've marked here. I've marked 8 inches for the hip point. 8 inches for the hip point. I've marked it here. Now our waist, for this person, she uses waist what? Waist 30. Waist 30, which is 30 divided by 4, which is 7.5. 7.5 plus 2 extra inches allowance for our dart, for our joining by the side, which is what? 32. 32.5, right? 30 inch, no, our waist is what? 30. 30 divided by 2 is 7.5. Divided by 2 is 7.5. 7.5 plus 2 inches is what? 9.5. This is where we got our 9.5. And as you can see, it has been marked down here. Then we come to the hip point. The hip point, that is the place we take our measurement of 8 inches. Then you measure the hip. The hip is what? 38.5. 38.5 divided by what? 4 plus 2 inches. 38.5 divided by 4 plus 2 inches, which will roughly give us 11 and 6 thereabouts. But I decided to make this 12 for the person, for extra allowance in case of anything, any mistake, any adjustment if it's too tight. So I'm making this 12 for the person. Then we come to the skirt length. For the skirt length, we are using the hip measurement. The hip measurement of the person is going to be used for the skirt length. That is the hip measurement minus 2, because a pencil skirt is always fitted by the length, by the down part of it. It is not free. It is always fitted, that is, it is a bit tight, but not too tight, so that the person will be able to move his or her leg freely. So for this one, she does not want it too tight, so I'm going to be removing 1 inches from our skirt, from our hip measurement, instead of 2. But if you are working with a fabric that is stretchy, you can decide to remove 2. But I want to remove 1 from this, so I'm going to remove 1 from our hip measurement. Remember, we said our hip measurement is 38.5. 38 minus 1 will give us 37.5. 37.5 divided by 4 will give us what? We give divided by 4 plus I'm adding 1.5 inches to it, will give me 10.5. 10.5. This is 10 and 10.5. And I've also marked my 10.5. Then use your hip curve. This is the hip curve. This is the hip curve. From the waist side where you measure it down to the hip side, you can see, as you can see the curve. From the waist side to where you measure down to it, you measure it. You use the hip curve to curve it out. Then you use your hand. You can use your ruler, but I like using my hand. From this hip point to the skirt length, you use your hand to draw a slant down to the what? Down to where the measurement of the skirt length is. Then you cut. I've already cut this pattern before. I'm just trimming it to make it more accurate, so everything will be set for it. And here you have it. You have your pencil skirt. And this is the front panel of the pencil skirt. Like I said you need 3 measurements. You need your waist measurements, you need your hip measurements, you need your what? You need your skirt length. Your waist measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches. Your hip measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches. Remember, an average hip point of a person is 7 or 8 inches. An average hip point of a person is 7 or 8 inches. Then when you get to your skirt length, you will minus 2 or 1 from the hip measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches allowance. Now for the back, I'm only going to use one piece, though it's going to be folded into 2, of which I have cut it down before. These are the 2 sides of the back. These are the 2 sides of the back. What makes the back different is the extra 2 inches, extra 1 inches, or extra 1.5 inches added to the back for the zip allowance. For this one, I added 2 inches allowance to it. You place the front panel, that is the front pattern, you place it on your fabric. When you fold it into 2, you place it on your fabric, you place it on your material or on your brown paper. When you fold it into 2, for this one, I'm placing it on a brown paper. Hold on. Everything has to align together. Okay. Okay. Now, this place that I folded is the 2 inches needed for the zip allowance. That is the only difference for the what? For the back, of which I have folded. I've folded to the 2 inches. You mark your 2 inches down. I folded the 2 inches. This will be your zip allowance. Then you cut it out, which will give you this. This is what it will give you. This is the 2 inches for the zip allowance, and this is your skirt. Now for the dart. For the dart of the skirt, we'll come to that. I will tell you how to draft a basic dart on a pencil skirt later. If my video was helpful to you, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.